Peace, everybody. Um, this is Born Freedom, and this is my first video that I'm making on meditation. Um, the reason why I wanted to come and make this video, especially because I wanted to have a personal account on my experiences with meditation, and share with the people why I practice, so much. There's it's really no surprise that life is real chaotic. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of distraction. There's pollution of all sorts. Pollution, just from smog, and pollution from electromagnetic activity. And then there's bad thoughts pollution. One time I read this book. I think it was a while back. Actually forgot the name, but I know it was a book based on these monks that read it, and they were describing 72 meditation techniques that they wrote about in this book. And the guy actually explained how the mind is kind of like a highway filled with cars, bumper to bumper traffic. And if you can imagine what a bumper to bumper traffic on a highway would look like, then you can imagine that things can get pretty chaotic in your mind. There's not really a lot of time to make a decision that's solid, and that's basically good for you. There's not a lot of time to think about it and have a good response. So I started taking up meditation. As you can see, I got scars. I'm not perfect. I come from a real dysfunctional background, and for me, that was all the reason for me to find an alternative to my stresses in my life. Um, and like traditionally, a lot of meditators would sit in this lotus position where they would cross their legs, and that's good and all, but that didn't work out for me. I would usually stand up or sit in a chair or just lie on my back or something, and I would start from there. And how I would start is basically breathing, basically the inhale, the exhale, the inhale, the exhale, and I would kind of just try to not think of anything. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard at first. It's hard because you like, okay, this comes through my mind, or that comes through my mind, and you're wondering if I'm doing it right. You know what I'm saying? Because things enter your mind. But what I learned is that it really doesn't matter what it is that you're thinking, as long as that you're not attached to the thoughts while they're coming through. You're just kind of like observing, like watching them. Have you ever been in like in nature and you just see the birds flying by and you kind of like just admire the bird? You know what I'm saying? Or you go in the nature and you see trees sway, with the wind, or you try to notice things. And that's sort of how I started noticing my thoughts, good or bad, just watching them come by. And in combination with the actual breathing, I started to notice something. I started to notice how the frequencies of my body started feeling smoother. you know. My heart rate would kind of slow down, real strong, steady paces, beats. It was like I was releasing. It's like it's like you're releasing this energy or this negative fog that's around you. It's like a relaxation thing. And then I would actually start noticing that I would feel these bliss moments where, in my head I feel like woozy, and it was like almost like you know, for better lack of terms, like I just hit a blunt or something. You're like, whoa. And I guess that's what the bliss moment is when they describe what it is to be blissful, you know. And I fell in love with that. I wanted to do it all the time. I wanted to feel that way all the time. And of course, the world, it takes you back into this chaotic thing. So that's the reason why it's good to practice meditation all the time, not just like once a week or once a month. Or, you know, whenever I get time, I sit down and I start to breathe. You know, it's a real healthy thing. You know what I'm saying? And, I think the reason why I want to share this, and I think that it's important, is because you know, when I lived in San Francisco or whatever, I go into the parks early in the morning, and you know, I see the older Asians kind of like doing Tai Chi and practicing meditation, and I see how gracefully they were moving and how calm and how just in the now that they were. And I'd be like, well, I start to have these thoughts about, you know, how come my people can't be like that? You know, I'm African American, obviously, but, you know, I feel like this is not in our community enough. We're stressed out people, very chaotic, not meaning that we're bad or wrong or anything like that. I just feel like we're kind of like out of touch, you know what I'm saying? And we can learn a whole lot from meditation. And I think if I had like, you know, one wish, you know what I'm saying? One wish, I think that'd be the wish or the gift that I had to give back to my people or my children, you know, meditation, for them to actually be able to understand it and comprehend it and being able to be patient enough with it to where they actually see results, because it is real. And that's what I wanted to share for tonight, you know. And like I said, if you like my videos, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button. I have no problem kind of like recording in my bathroom or anything like that. Yeah, you know, it kind of like goes along with my whole earthly thing. You know, not trying to be too big eye little you. I try to share information without charging people or trying to, you know, become a celebrity or anything like that. You know, I tend to want to get away from people that try to be or want to be famous. If that's your thing, you know, I kind of try to make my way away from you, because I think that that's real. It's suspicious. You know what I'm saying? Like, but anyway, let me know what you think. If you had any meditational experiences, please share them with me. Put them in the comment box. Until the next time, this is Born Freedom. Peace.